How we all doing today? This morning I watched Stoney. I'll get your full name one of these days, I'm sorry. Stoney and Craig from Georgia Trapping and Fishing. And Stoney has his own channel. You ought to go over there and give him a sub if you haven't. He's got some interesting things. And anyway, they were getting Georgia Fatwood, which many of us have received from Craig, and I have from other people received southern fatwood. Well, I'm up here in northeastern Vermont. We have white pine, hemlock. Right where I live, we don't have a lot of spruce unless somebody planted them. And we have what they call plantation pine. It was planted here during the Eisenhower era. Those of you who don't know who Eisenhower was, he was a president about the time I was born, which was a short while ago. And he had a program. There was a lot of troops coming home from World War II, a lot of Korea, and they put some federal money out for reforestation. And they planted these southern pine, plantation pine, Norway pine, whatever you want to call them. And what we get for fatwood is right there. Today I was actually going to go, I know where there is a plantation of these pine, and actually go in the woods and take an axe, but I've done videos on that before in the past. But I was sawing logs for a guy, and he brought me some plantation pine, and I'm going to cut that out of there with a chainsaw, and then I'm going to take it over there and show you that that is fatwood. It's the knots that's in the plantation pine is what is found as fatwood. We don't find it where it's the whole butt of the tree. I've tried that, and all it is raw. It's no good. But I'm going to cut one of these out here with the chainsaw. I won't film that. And we'll take it over there and we'll get a knife and scrape a little bit off, and I'll show you that it is fatwood. Okay, I cut that knot out with the chainsaw that we were looking at before. That's half of it. The other half is here somewhere. I don't know where I did throw it. Anyway, you can see that is fatwood. It has the appearance, the smell. And I'm going to put this on the tripod now and cut some of that out of there with a knife and show you that it will burn. This burns better after you've split it out like this and you've let it set a little while. There is a certain amount of moisture in it that I don't think is in the southern wood. But for us being up here, we're pretty wet around here as far as humidity, rainfall, moisture content. The woods never really dry out. You know, forest fire is a problem if it's really dry, but we don't have the problems that some other areas do. Okay, where did I put mine? I don't know where I put it. Well, I guess I'll just use this stump here. I'll set it right around here and make sure that's picking up in the camera before we get too carried away. Yeah, it is. I don't know where I put my pan I normally do this on. You can see it's kind of wet stuff when you're cutting it out of there. Thanks, wind. Now this will not scrape like that. Well, yeah, it will some. Excuse me. I don't know if I got enough. Try not to make this video last forever. It's pretty weak, that right there. It needs to dry a while. Now, let's see if that'll go up. It cannot set very long at this stage up here because the once you cut it like that, it evaporates. See, it will burn. And that is what we harvest for fatwood up here. Kind of pathetic compared to what those guys were doing. Those guys were out there getting pieces that they could hardly carry. Well, that would probably go that far out the branch, and that would go to the heart of the tree. So when it died, and once they're dead and punky, it's a lot easier to get out than a live tree. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's what we get. Be sure and check those two guys out.